Coach is finally releasing my tabby bag. Yes, this version is the tabby version that I have dreamed up in my head for years and years, and it is finally being produced. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking you guys through the evolution of the Coach tabby bag from the very first bag released in 2019 up until what we can expect in fall of 2024. Hi guys, it's Temi with your Wax Joy. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I like to talk about fashion and lifestyle, especially handbags. So if you like those kinds of things, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the tiny notification bell beside the subscribe button so you can get notified every single time I upload a new video. So we'll start right back in 2019. The Coach Tabby was introduced at the retail stores in what I think was the 26 size. So your classic tabby silhouette is an east-west bag. We know we love east-west bags over here. If you haven't seen my video on that trend for this year, check it out right here. And so Coach Tabby was introduced in that east-west rectangular silhouette, classic clean lines, structured bags, tab in the front lending to its name, the tabby. And according to Coach, the inspiration, the design for this bag was drawn heavily from one of their archival styles by their very first creative designer, Bonnie Cashin. Bonnie Cashin created the Cash and Carry shoulder bag, which had that extended tab in the front, on the front flap, which you would then slip into a front slip band that secured the bag and closed it and held it together. This was taken from that style and made into a more sophisticated silhouette, which is now the Coach Tabby. Now, I think at the same time that the Tabby 26 shoulder bag was released, the Tabby top handle was also released. There's a little bit of discrepancy here as to which came first, but I certainly think I remember both being released in the same collection at the same time. So the Tabby top handle was an OG for the Tabby line, but is no longer being produced. It has since been discontinued by the brand, but the Tabby 26 shoulder is still going strong. This is the core silhouette. This is the main style of the bag, and I don't think it's going to fade away anytime soon. It is such a classic, timeless style in different leather variations. You have the 26 shoulder bag in pebble leather, in smooth leather, and different other fabrics that we're going to talk about later on in the video. Now, at the time, while this bag was a clean, minimalist, classic style, loved by those who knew it, those who saw it, those who felt it and understood its richness and its quality, it didn't penetrate pop culture or wasn't as popular or as viral as it is now, up until, I believe, the pillow tabbies were released. I certainly think the pillow tabbies were the ones that shot the fame of the tabby collection in general through the roof. When pillow tabbies were released, pillow bags were not new to the scene. Quilted bags in particular were very popular thanks to the iconic Chanel classic flap. At that time, I believe this was in 2020, YSL had introduced the Lulu puffer bag, which was really doing well for YSL. It was very popular, and a lot of brands started doing their own version of the puffer bags. Enter the Coach pillow tabby. Oh my goodness. It was different from what YSL was doing with their Lulu at the time, in that there were no quilts. It was just a smushy, puffy, pillowy, yummy chunk of bag. And everybody was here for it because at that time it was all about cozy comforts and leisure because we were at home. It was during the lockdown eras, and it was just the perfect time meets chance or opportunity type of bag. And that is how the fame of the tabby bags from Coach skyrocketed. The hashtag Coach Tabby on TikTok has achieved over 20 million views, but the pillow tabby hashtag alone is over 50 million. That is definitely saying something. Now again, the pillow tabbies seem to have been discontinued by Coach because we haven't seen them release any new ones in any new iterations or colors recently, but the tabby is still very much around. Now I'm going to give you guys a rundown of all of the tabby styles, the different iterations, the different versions that we have seen from 2019 till date, not including the different materials that it has come in so far. I'll talk about the materials a bit later. But the styles, like I said, we have the OG tabby shoulder bag in the rectangular version known as the Tabby 26 shoulder bag. It comes in different sizes. I'm also not going to be listing the different sizes right now, so we're just talking about the styles, the iterations. So we have the classic Coach Tabby shoulder bag 26 and the various styles that are in that same shape. And then you have the Coach Tabby top handle, which has now been discontinued. Thank God. I'm a top handle lover. I never liked that bag. There was the Pillow Tabby, like we've already talked about, which not only put the Coach Tabby on the map, particularly with the Gen Z crowd, I think it also catapulted the pillow bag trend. Yes, the YSL Lulu started it, but the Coach Tabby, Pillow Tabby made that trend, that pillow trend, that puffy trend, really, really huge. Then we have the Tabby wristlet and the Tabby chain clutch, which I think should be in the same family as the Tabby shoulder bags or the Tabby shoulder rectangular bag. Let's call them rectangular bags. But I'm differentiating them because the Tabby wristlet is a wristlet and the Tabby chain crossbody has a detachable strap, which the regular Tabby rectangular shoulder bags don't have. So the Tabby rectangular shoulder bags have grommets, just like my Karl Lagerfeld Agnes bag here. They have grommets on the top, and which is why they are called convertible shoulder bags. So they're not removable at all. But the Tabby clutch crossbody is different because you can detach this crossbody strap. Same for the Tabby wristlet. You can also detach the crossbody strap, but the wristlet has a wristlet strap as well. So I'm mentioning those two as individual iterations of the bag. Then we have the soft Tabby, which again has removable strap options, which I love. One of the other main reasons why I like the soft Tabby was the organization of the bag. So in the interior of the soft Tabby, there was no divider in the middle. The regular Tabby rectangular shoulder bags have a divider in the middle. So there's two compartments and then there's a front slip pocket with a flap covering it, so it's kind of like a double flap, and then you have a back slip pocket. The soft Tabby bag, on the other hand, has a zipper pocket in the back and then one open compartment on the interior. I think there's a zipper pocket on the inside as well, and I totally like that configuration of bag. That's my type of interior of a bag. I love one open compartment on the inside of a bag. So that's another thing I never liked about the classic Tabby rectangular bag. So another version of the Tabbies is the Tabby Messenger. These were the bigger size bags. There was also the small one as well, but I really liked the big one with their yummy glove tan leather. Very beautiful bag. Again, the interior was very similar to the soft Tabby. Very, very well made bags. Then you had the box Tabby or the Tabby box bag, which I don't think received as much hype or as much recognition as I thought that bag deserved. It was a very beautiful bag. It was a mix between the classic Tabby and a trunk style bag, so very, very LV. Think of the Petite Mal from LV or even the side trunk from recent LV collections. Also think of the Fendi box baguette. It's actually very, very similar to the Fendi baguette box bag. I like that Coach Tabby box bag. I was actually considering getting it at some point, but then I was like, not with the colors it came in, I didn't really need it. But I think it's a very nice bag. It also has one open compartment on the inside. It is accordion style, so you can fit a bit more things. It's just very structured and very nice. So if you like structured bags, you want to take a look at the Tabby box bag. Then you also have the soft Tabby messenger bag. I think this was more of a men's style. It was released as part of the men's collection. Very similar to the Tabby messenger, except this one came in softer leather and fabric options. Then you have the soft Tabby multi crossbody, which I really, really like that style. I've never seen it in person, but I like what I see. Again, that interior organization, perfect. It is soft leather, but it still maintains its structured boxy rectangular shape. You can wear it as a belt bag, you can wear it as a crossbody, you can wear it as a top handle. Very, very multifunctional bag, and the colors it comes in, the signature leather versions as well, really, really nice. And then you had the jelly tabbies. I didn't say that I was not going to talk about materials, like the different materials the tabby comes in, but I think the jelly tabby deserves its own category because not only was it in a different material, not only was it a nostalgic type bag, it was shaped a little bit different from the classic Tabby rectangular bag. So it's more square but not quite as boxy, and it has, again, comes with removable straps, which I thought was nice. And then it just has one compartment on the interior, no zips on the interior, no zips on the exterior, just that one interior compartment. So that was an interesting one when it launched. Definitely not for me, but it brought back really fun memories. And then more recently, we have the cargo Tabby bag. This one is a nice one. I think it looks very much like the Tabby messenger, except it has more buckles and it's going with all the cargo trend. Last year for cargo was really really huge cargo shorts, cargo denim shorts, cargo everything, and that translated into handbags and accessories. And we've seen Coach pull that in with the cargo tabby bag. Very nice bag, very beautiful leather, comes in 2 size options. You should check that out if you like that kind of vibe. And then the most recent releases from the tabby family, the quilted tabbies. This is more classic but still trendy at the same time. So like I said earlier, quilted bags have always been a classic thanks to Chanel, thanks to Karl Lagerfeld in particular. As you can see, I have this beautiful quilted hat bag from Coach. So Coach is definitely not new to quilts. I also have my trail bag. I should have pulled that out as well, which is also quilted. So they're not new to quilt, but as quilted bags are more trendy last year and this year, I guess they decided to release the tabby in a quilted version. We know that some trends are classic, but then some years they're more trendy than previous years, and I think that's what quilts do. Quilts are classic, but there's just sometimes where they're more trendy, and then where sometimes they're more on the low, but it doesn't mean they're still not a classic bag. I think that's what we're seeing with quilts between last year and this year. So Coach has released the tabby bag in quilts, which is definitely giving the Chanel classic flap a run for its money, especially with the quality issues that Chanel has been having for years and years and years. And so there are people who have both bags, people who have bought the new Coach Quilted Tabby and who have owned the OG Chanel classic flap. They've compared both, and if you're not being clouded by heritage and brand status, I think you would agree that the Coach Quilted Tabby is much better quality and therefore much better value for money than the Chanel classic flaps. Now, all this quilted talk has definitely made me feel a sort of FOMO, even though I know in my head that the tabby is not my bag because of all the reasons I've given you. Let me restate those reasons again. Non-detachable strap of the classic rectangular tabby, chain strap because it digs into my shoulder, a divider on the interior compartments, which I don't like. I like one open space, and then the tab in the middle, which I do not like that design at all. These 4 things are what does not agree with me design wise, and why I've never included that bag in my collection. But I did try out other variations from other brands. Like I said, I bought this one, which is more Chanel inspired, from Karl Lagerfeld Paris, and I love this bag oh so much. And I know that the tab is my problem because this one has more of a square flap rather than that tab in the middle. And I like the Agnes so much that I bought the denim version as well. So now that the Quilted Tabby has been released in denim, don't know it's been released in denim, it has. I shared that in my video. Go and watch that video. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be sucked into buying this bag because I love all things denim and I love denim bags, but I'm not going to be sucked into buying this bag because I know I don't love that style bag. And so I'm shopping my closet and I'm trying to use my Agnes more and more. I use it a lot actually during spring and summer, so I'm very happy that I have this and I'm not feeling any form of FOMO. I'm just going to enjoy my Agnes in denim. So besides the denim version that they're doing the tabby in now for spring summer 2024, like I mentioned, there have been other materials that they've done these different iterations of the tabby in. They've done it in shearling, they've done it in Gloftan leather, pebble leather, smooth leather, metallic leather, patent leather, signature seal leather, all sorts of beautiful materials for every handbag lover. There's something for everyone. Now, as much as I say I don't like a lot of things about the tabby, there's certainly some things that I love about the bag. Otherwise, I wouldn't have 2 versions from another brand here. I love that east-west shape. I've said this so many times. I have a whole video on east-west bags. I love that rectangular east-west shape about the bag. I love that it is a classic style of bag. It is very, very beautiful. It will never age. It is timeless. I also love the functionality of the bag. You can wear it on different types of clothing. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. You can take it to different occasions depending on the size, depending on the version that you have. It is the true definition of a classic style bag. This is why I am very, very happy that Coach is making my version of the tabby bag. Now, while I may not be caught up by FOMO with the recent releases of the Quilted Tabby, I am definitely going to be the first one to jump on the Coach Times Square Tabby that is going to be released in fall of 2024. So at the just concluded runway show for New York Fashion Week, Coach had, we did see that they have brought in a new variation, a new iteration of the tabby bag, which Coach has called the Times Square Tabby. This is part of the New York collection that Coach will be releasing in fall 2024, which includes the Empire Carrier and the Brooklyn bag. This collection saw Coach's loved worn style. So they've been doing loved worn for a couple seasons now, where the bags and the clothes look very worn, very distressed, very lived in, very well loved, and they've done that again for fall 2024. So on the runway we saw big, huge, chunky bag charms, which I think are so much fun, and we also saw the Brooklyn bag, the Empire Carrier, and the Times Square Tabby. We saw the Times Square Tabby in loved worn leather, in Napa leather, and in velvet. Oh my gosh, I'm still trying to determine if the velvet was green, blue, or black, because it was such a beautiful bag. Like, I know that when it's released, I hope Coach releases it in that velvet, and I hope I can buy it in the velvet. But I'm torn between the velvet and the love worn leather, because that leather just looks so yummy, so well loved. But what do I love about the Times Square Tabby? That square boxy shape. I hate to admit it, like, even though I love or prefer East-West bags, there's just something about that square shape, you know? So it's going to be a battle, just like the Chanel rectangular mini versus the Chanel square mini. That's what it's going to be like. Are you going to do the classic Tabby 20, or you're going to do the Times Square Tabby? I think I want the Times Square Tabby, not just because of that boxy square shape, but because of the strap. This has to be my number one reason for loving this bag. I feel like Coach has heard my prayers. Not only is the strap on this bag detachable, it is still a chain strap here, thereby bringing the beautiful jewelry element to the bag. I think that's one of the reasons why chain bags are really, really nice. A lot of people love chain bags because the chain looks like jewelry when you wear it, and it's really, really beautiful, and it's really, really classic. I can't think of a better word. So they've kept that chain strap, but they've included a leather break in the middle of the strap. Oh, hallelujah, somebody. I feel like I need to go on my knees and thank Stuart Vivers for finally giving me a chain bag that I can wear. Chain straps, yes, but with a leather break so that my shoulder is happy. And it's detachable, which means I can play with the bag. I can put different straps on it. I can put multiple straps on it. I can do whatever I want with my bag. I can customize it to me. I can let my bag express me, which is why I am all here for the Times Square Tabby come fall 2024. Nata, if you're watching this video, immediately that bag hits your store, you know you have to call your girl. Thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything I missed about the Tabby, make sure to include it in the comments below. Let's chat, let's have fun. Let me know what you think about the Times Square Tabby. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in this one. Bye.